Her very seductive recipes. She is the one, the only Nigella Lawson. From home cook to culinary queen, Nigella Lawson first turned up the heat with her provocative approach in her world-famous cooking show, Nigella Bites.
I do know that this is supposed to be the season of peace and goodwill, but I've always got time for a little bit of kitchen violence.
She shared her enthusiasm for good food in countless award-winning cookbooks, selling millions of copies worldwide. From the Christmas specials...
We're talking about a really fruity, full-on Christmas cake here.
...to passionate pasta.
So it's thick enough to cope with this sauce, which ends up to be quite thick.
Nigella has shown us the fun and fiery side of cooking.
There are a lot of people coming to the party.
And now the sensational cooking star is heading down under once again to celebrate Australian food.
And I'm very pleased to say this morning, Nigella joins us now live from London. Big round of applause for this lady.
Oh, it's lovely to be here.
How have you been?
I've been wonderful, and I'm very excited about coming back. You know, I love it in Australia, and so lovely to coming back to Margaret River because I kind of fell in love with it when I went there last.
What is it that you loved particularly about the Margaret River region?
Well, it's so beautiful. I mean, it's just so beautiful, and I think that for me, you know, the combination of incredible natural beauty, you know, wonderful wine, really gorgeous food, and so much sort of interesting food as well. And I have to say, people who, like me, are obsessed with food. That, to me, is like a perfect recipe.
We were over there recently and we thought it was one of the most stunning parts of the world. And this gourmet escape is a great opportunity for anyone to go there and experience the best of food and wines. What was your favourite... This is putting you on the spot. What was your favourite Aussie wine? Was the Cullen Chardonnay right up there?
Well, I love all Cullen's wines, and I loved going round you know, the winery and seeing how natural and wonderful everything was. She's such a wonderful local character, Vanya Cullen, as well.
Yeah, she is.
You know, it's very nice doing all sorts of things there. You know, like I'm doing a supper. You can come and have supper with me at Xanadu Wines on the Saturday, on the 17th. And that's going to be, you know, I like this sort of thing. So it's a Q&A, but there's, you know, food and drink. So, you know, great food, great drink, great conversation. And this is what it's about, really. It's about talking to people and eating with people, sharing a glass of wine with people. And for this particular event as well, there's a signed book of mine as well, my last book at my table. But, you know, the thing is, I suppose what makes this whole thing at Margaret River so different from anywhere else is that it's got a much more laid-back vibe, you know, than those festivals can do. It's not pretentious. Everyone's there to enjoy themselves, and there's so much different sorts of food to enjoy ourselves with. It's not about people, I think, sort of showing off. It's about people wanting to share, and that's really important.
Yeah, well, as a WA girl who spent many summers in the Margaret River region, you've got the assessment absolutely right, Nigella. I'm wondering,
good.
I'm wondering if there's any particular meal you had when you were last there, or any food that really stood out.
Well, I do remember some incredible Margaret River wood-fired bread. That was amazing. But it's a seafood. I do love the seafood. And, you know, some abalone, the marron, also some rock lobster. But the thing is, you know, this is great food, and it was cooked so simply and so perfectly. But also, you're eating it, you know, while looking at a great sky, and then you might have some time at the beach, and then you're sometime in the forest. So you're really getting this overwhelming experience. But I do, look, I say I like the seafood, but then, you know, if we had long enough, I could list everything I ate. And that's a great lamb. I had, you know, amazing fruit. But I think it's quite nice just seeing that, you know, different ways of cooking, and the way there are so many people there. You know, I'm not a chef. I'm a home cook, but there are amazing chefs coming, and I love seeing how everyone does their bit a bit differently, and then how they bring their style to bear on local ingredients. So I think it's very inspiring because of that. So, you know, you could just keep an open mind. I keep an open mind and pretty much quite a lot of open mouth as well, just eating like that all the time.
I think I had the most delicious pie I've ever had too in Yallingup at the local convenience store. It was the most delicious thing I've ever eaten in my life. It was just a perfect combination. I don't want to go into it because you've got much more to say. Your latest book, though, At My Table, is a take on your uncomplicated style of cooking. What's your go-to recipe from the book that you can share with our audience who just love you?
Oh, actually, do you know what? This is so not like rarefied ingredients. One of my go-to recipes from that book is a chicken and pea tray bake, and it's just like I get a packet of frozen peas, I put them in an oven tin with some leeks and garlic, some salt, a bit of vermouth or white wine if you're in Australia, and then some chicken thighs on top, and just put it straight in the oven like that. That's a weeknight supper of such ease.
Oh, that is Tuesday night sorted, Nigella
Bang,
Lawson.
bang.
Thank you so much. Tell me, just on sharing some of your favourite recipes, I always love when I've watched episodes of your show of the midnight snacks. I remember you doing once, this is years ago, but the most phenomenal toasted cheese sandwich
Ever.
I think I've ever seen.
Ever.
Do you have a particular go-to favourite midnight snack?
Oh, it so depends on my mood. I mean, I think the joy of a midnight snack is really opening the fridge and seeing what leftovers you've got. So I wouldn't get anything in particularly for a midnight snack, but then, you know, I might see that I've got, some bacon in the fridge, and then I might see I've got just hovering around nice avocado. I might also see then, what else have I got in there? Oh, I've got some leftover chicken, you know, slightly curried chicken. Oh, that would be quite nice in a sandwich. And I like to build from there, and as it goes, I always have a lot of chocolate in the fridge. But
Oh, look at that one.
But really, otherwise,
What is
I like to wing it.
What was that? This looks like some sort of chicken thing with mayonnaise and... Oh my God, I can't... What was that thing? Deep fried goodness.
I want Nigella's leftovers.
What is your favourite thing in the world to eat?
My favourite thing in the world to eat. Oh, I don't. You know, in a way, for me, you know, like a roast chicken is the basic unit of home cooking. So I suppose that's always a favourite thing to eat. But I'm not someone who can have a favourite thing to eat. I don't think because I love food such a lot. I mean, I love repeating my favourites, but I love also trying out new things. And I think that's one of the things I love coming to Australia for. You know, because you know, I eat things that just open my eyes to a different way of cooking or a different way of using certain ingredients. But I certainly, I mean, the idea of having just one favourite thing, but I mean, at its most simple, the best meal in the world is bread and cheese.
Yes.
See, I said the toasted cheese sandwich.
Yeah, just a bit of craft cheddar. Nothing too over the top.
Well, it is always such a joy to speak with you, and I know that
That's lovely.
that festival, that gourmet festival in Margaret River, is going to be really special.
so
So
good.
enjoy. And
It's going to be wonderful. And as I say, the tickets, you know, we've just put this extra event on the supper with me at Xanadu Wines, and the tickets are now on sale just.
Beautiful
so
stuff.
Perfect.
Hurry.
Well, we'll try and be there as well, let me tell you, in the front row with a cheese sandwich.
I'd love that.
Thanks, Nigella. Lovely to see you.
Bye.
Take care. All right.